This is one of the important topic for this year. Next we are discuss about the off-wave SCR rectifier. The off-wave rectifier means the resistance inside to the gate circuit less than the off-wave current through the load circuit. We are getting the phase controls easily in this case. This increase the resistance, rise the threshold level, causing less power delivered to the load. And also another one point also decrease the resistance, lower the threshold levels, causing more power delivered. Do you understand what about? Tell me. It's called increase the resistance, rise the threshold level, causing less power delivered to the loads, but decrease the resistance, lower the threshold level, causing more power delivered to the load. Next, what are the main applications of in DC motor drive? DC motor speed generally depending upon the combination of voltage and current flowing through the motor of coil and the motor loads or braking torque. The speed of the motor proportional to the voltage and the torque proportional to the current. And DC motor current drive also, the rectifier is one or more dial arranged for converting AC to DC. The current used to drive the DC motor typically comes from fixed voltage. There is also battery voltage regulator and also adjustable voltage regulator. There is called a PWM current source and silicon control rectifier modulated power source. It is used for voltage DC motor current drive application. It is called to maintain the constant voltage through the output. Limited linear power transistor and also op-amp application used for to use constant power supply application. Next we are used for to produce the constant power output the pulse width modulated circuits. Next we are discuss about the thyristor. It's called next we are discuss another application of Diac. Diac means it is called used for triode AC switches. It is also used to working three mode of AC. The Diac was developed by the need of control the current in both directions, but a single SCR not able to do. But because of Diac also, what is meant by Diac also, two SCR is parallel to accomplish this bidirectional task. Next, the Diac also three terminal devices used to control the average current flow a load. The Diac, like a SCR, is an often an AC circuit to control the power and the load. The Diac also carry the current either direction, positive or negative. So theoretically, it is possible to for Diac to conduct for 360 cycles with appropriate degree. SCR can current in positive direction only. The Diac can operate in a full wave phase control circuit while SCR operate in the off wave phase control circuits. What is the difference between SCR and also? The Diac can be operate in full wave phase control circuit while on SCR operate in the off wave phase control circuits. It is the main applications for SCR and Diac. The That is called used for difference between SCR also. Two SCR connected to anti-parallel is called a track. When the track is turned off, no current can be flow between the main terminal. Whatever the polarity of applied voltage, it can be act as a open switches. When track is turned on, there is a very low resistance current flow path between the main terminal. The direction of current flow will be depend on the polarity of applied. Again I am telling, when the track is turned off, the no current can be flow between the main terminal. Whatever the polarity of applied voltage, it acts as a open switch. When the Diac is turned on, there is a very low resistance current flow through path between the terminal. The direction of current flow will be depend upon the polarity of applied voltage. When the voltage is more positive on MT1 with respect to MT2, the current will be flow from MT1 to MT2. If the voltage is more positive on MT2 with respect to MT1, the current flow between from MT2 to MT1. Again I am telling, when the voltage is more positive on MT1 with respect to MT2, the current flow between the MT1 to MT2. If the voltage is more positive to MT2 with respect to MT1, the current will be flow from MT2 to MT1. The average current delivered to the load can be varying by varying the amount of time per cycle on track spent it on the on state. With the proper triggering arrangement, the track can conduct for full 360 per cycle. Track have no conduct bounds, no arcing polarity, open conduct, and they operate much faster than the mechanical switches. Track waveform also very much like similar to the SCR waveform, that can be fire on the negative half cycle also. Only SCR also conduct only positive half cycle. The track also both conducting for negative and positive half cycle. The track is off during the first 30-degree firing delay angle of each cycle. During the time ended, the line voltage dropped across the main terminal of the track with no voltage applied to the load. After 30 degrees has elapsed, the track of fire on and it become like a closed switch and start conducting current to the load through the main terminal for the remainder of cycle. For negative of cycle, track will be turned on after the 30 degree, that is called 220 degree, and will conduct current in opposite direction for the remainder of the negative of cycle. What are the electrical characteristics of negative of the track means? This is ICT, that for track for forward main terminal polarity may be quite different with the IGT for reverse main terminal devices. For medium size track, VGT also gate triggering also 0.6 to 2 volt, and current also triggering current also 0.1 to 2 milliamp. Like SCR, track does not require continuous gate current. Once it can be fired, it will be remain on until the bias changed or terminal current drop flow the high HO. Simple gate current track. The firing delay also adjust the potentiometer to improve the gate current circuit, which allow the wide range of assessment of firing delay. Next, what are the differing methods for track? First, also we discuss about the RC gate control circuit. This is a simple arrangement of triggering circuit. C charges through the R1 and R2 delay angle of cycle, and C is charged to the value of N to deliver the sufficient gate current through the R3. The track will be fired. The charging rate of C is set by the R2. Big R22 will be delivered the rate of slow, causing the long firing delay. To establish a wide range of delay angle, the double of RC circuit is. We need the small delay. Here is a single RC circuit. We need the wide range of angle of delay. Double RC circuit used. The Diac also used for fan and also triggering purpose used. It is a both. It is a bidirectional control. It is both used to control the full way rectifier controls. And full way rectifier control means it is called off and on cycle is. Origin by track paragraph means track fear that is called a support or claim text. Next we are discuss about the Diac. Diac also is for diode AC switches. Diac also used to diode AC switches. Next we are discuss about the what is in the SCR, what is the track difference also. SCR also unidirectional drill, but track also bidirectional device. It is terminal also SCR also anode cathode gate, but track terminal also MT1 and MT2 MT gate. SCR also used for controlling unidirectional devices, but track also controlling both directional devices. But SCR also conducting positive cycle, but track also conducting both positive and negative cycle. After the 30-degree triggering will be applied for positive cycle, again negative of cycle after 30-degree triggering will be applied. It is a SCR also means it is a anode cathode and gate, but track also MT1 MT2 gate. Here also SCR also means single unidirectional devices. The track also two SCR content will be anti-parallel. In this case, anode is positive with respect to cathode, and our track also MT1 terminal with respect to the MT2 terminal more positive and also less positive current flow very big. The MT will be more positive compared to MT2. The current flow from the MT1 to MT2, but the MT2 will be more positive with respect to the MT1. More current flow from the MT1 MT2 to MT1. What are the main applications of SCR also? Used to heat control, furnace control, temperature control, but a track also used to it is a fan control, high power rating and high power application devices, and both power control for on and off. SCR means silicon control rectifier. Track means triode AC switches. Track means also triode AC switches. These are the main difference between the SCR and Diac. Diac is acronym for diode alternating current. Diac acronym for triode alternating current. It is a diode for AC that allow the current in both directions when the applied voltage increasing the breakover voltage. Next we are discuss about the compare the difference between the Diac and Diac. Diac is a bidirectional device that let current pass through the in both directions. When the voltage across the terminals reaches the breakover voltage. Diac is also bidirectional device that lets the current pass through it and get terminal is triggered. What is the diac? The diac also is the diode conduct electrical current only after it reached the breakover voltage has been reached momentarily. 3, 4, 5 layer structure may be used to behave similar to the voltage breakdown of the Diac without the characteristic. The Diac are electronics components that widely used to AC power control applications. They are able to switch high voltage and high level of current and over the path of AC waveform. This makes the circuits ideal for use variety of applications where power switching device needed. Why do we use a diac? Diac is a primarily used trigger device in the base triggering and also variable power under applications. Because of that, diac help provide the sharper and instant triggering pulse. What is the examples of track? It's the examples of track means BGT 130 is the example of track. OPT up to NCTTC also, ILR also 1030, NCTT also lessons are used for computing distance of object placed by the very high distance. Which type of switch is for Diac also? The Diac is a bidirectional 3 electrode AC switch that allow the electron to flow in either direction. It is equivalent of 2 SCR connected in the reverse parallel arrangement with gate connected to each other. The Diac is triggered into conduction in both directions by gate signal like the down SCR. Next, the Diac and Diac difference working applications. Diac include the two terminals. Diac include the three terminals. Diac include two terminal means and all. The results used for MT1 and MT2. Diac three terminal means the MT1, MT2 and also gate. Diac include the two terminal. Diac include the uncontrolled devices. It is less power handling capacity. In the Diac also used for more power handling capacity. Next we are discuss about the Diac and also Diac application. The applications of Diac is mainly include the different circuit like lamp dimmer circuit, heater control, universal motor speed control, extra. The applications of Diac mainly include the control circuit, fan controlling, AC phase control, switch to high power lamp, and also controlling AC powers. And what are the another applications of AC also? Diac also. The Diac also electronic command while used to assist even triggering a Diac when used to AC switches, and also result very often to on the light dimmer such as used in domestic lighting. The electronic commands are while using the starter which is a fluorescent lamp to use it for Diac. This is a modern electronics control tube light. We are using the Diac and Diac switching applications. What are the most common application of track also? The track is most commonly used to semiconductor device for switching and power control is a system as a track can be switched on by either or positive or negative gate pulse regardless of polarity of its supply at the time. What are the examples of track also? It is NTG 6408 examples of track and up to NCDT LR 1030 and laser sensor used for complete distance of object placed very high distance. It's also used to current sensor applications. Next we are discussing about what are the advantages of Diac. The Diac offering symmetrical switching characteristics. Symmetrical switching help reducing the harmonics in the system. It has low on-state voltage drop. The voltage drop increases with the voltage. It can be easily switched by increasing or decreasing the supply voltage. For which type of switch used for track also bidirectional three-terminal switches that also allow the electronic current flow in either direction. It is equal to two AC are connected to each other. The track can be triggered into the conduction both direction by the gate signal like that of SCR. Next, how to the power control ACR also the track and widely used for applications such as lamp trigger, motor simple control, such a track used for conjunction with the track. Provide the Diac also means diode is which already we have discussed. It is another solid state device, three layer two junction semiconductor device. But unlike transistor, the Diac has no base connection, making two terminal device labeled to A1 and A2. Diac electronic components which offer no current flow, no amplification, but as like bidirectional switching diode, as there can be conduct current flow for either polarity of the suitable AC voltage. In our about the CR and track, we saw that on-off switching application, the device could be triggered by simple circuit producing the steady state. Switch 1 on being open, the no gate can flow through the lamp, and also lamp also off. When switch 1 is closed, the gate can flow through the SCR, connect only both hasty of cycle operating. This is a quarter 1. We remembered also gated on, SCR will switch it off again. The supply voltage fall to that anode current is less than the holding current. If we wish to control the value of lamp current, the rather than the switches on or off, we can apply the short pulse gate current free set the point of allowed this year to over the positive cycle only. That means value of lamp current will be varied, changing the delay time t between the start of the cycle triggering point. This method is known as phase control. To achieve the phase control, two things needed. One's variable phase shift circuit and two some triggering circuit or device can be used to get pulse. When delayed waveform reaches a certain level, one of the solid-state conductor device designed to produce the gate pulse of the tag. The Diac is constructed like transistor but has no phase condition allowed to be connected to circuit in either polarity. The Diac also primarily used to trigger devices, phase triggering and variable power applications because the Diac also help provide a sharper and more triggering gate